Jeff, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
We've heard President Trump say this many times. Trade wars are good. Trade wars are easy to win. It certainly is not panning out that way based on what we've heard, based on what we just saw in Jim Spellman's report. What is the end game here?
Well, the end game really is China's industrial policy. The U.S. government wants to change the opaque system of regulations that China uses to disadvantage foreign firms. I'm no longer with Cisco right now, but I can say that foreign companies do feel disadvantaged despite reassurances from the Chinese government that there is a level playing field.
But is this the right approach? Tariffs, retaliation, no negotiation in sight?
You know, I was most recently in the U.S. government at the U.S. Trade Representative's office in the China office, and I know from personal experience that we've negotiated with China for decades over the issues that are now subject to this trade dispute. So I don't think the tariffs are the best mechanism, but perhaps President Trump thinks that it's the only mechanism because we have not been able to successfully get China's attention in the past.
I want to get your opinion on a statement that he made, and it doesn't appear to be factually correct here. He said China is now paying us billions of dollars in tariffs, but in reality, Jeff, these duties are paid by corporations like Walmart, for example. They either swallow the cost or pass it on to the consumers. So at the end of the day, aren't U.S. consumers footing the bill here?
These are taxes.
Yeah.
These are taxes that consumers will have to pay on both sides of the ocean. That's exactly what they are. They aren't going to be felt immediately. No one's going to ask consumers for a check to please pay for the trade war, but they will feel it in increasing prices and their ability or inability to afford things they'd like to purchase.
What kind of products are consumers going to feel in their pocketbook when they purchase what?
In the previous rounds of tariffs, there weren't electronic goods that were included, but now they are. And it is a wide range of goods.
My iPhone.
Yes. Yes. You're going to feel it in a wide variety of goods. We're approaching almost everything coming from China being subject to tariff if President Trump follows through on the next round of threats. So you can pick up anything in stores that has China underneath it, and there will be a tariff on it.
And these latest tariffs come into effect on September 24th, next week. Why not immediately? Is it possible that the two sides might be able to have another round of negotiation and strike a compromise?
Well, certainly Secretary Mnuchin has invited his counterpart to come for negotiations, and that's probably cause for the delay. I think it's unrealistic to think that they can strike a deal within a week, but my measure of whether the negotiations have really moved forward is whether they start discussing the issue that's really on the table, which is industrial policy. This dispute is more than a year old. It started in August of last year, and the sides have yet to engage seriously on that issue. So that's the measure of whether the sides are really serious.
And President Trump has threatened to impose additional tariffs on Beijing if Beijing takes any kind of retaliatory action. But is it really realistic to think you can impose tariff, another round of tariffs, another round of tariffs, and really expect China to sit back and not take any kind of action?
Well, if anyone doubted President Trump's intentions with regard to tariffs, I think this latest round confirms that he's very serious about it, and I don't think anyone would doubt that the next round is serious. The question is, how is the Chinese side going to react? China is reacting by saying, well, this is containment. Containment is an argument China has used for decades just to respond to foreign policies it does not like and does not want to respond to substantively. My feeling is that that is the issue that really does need to be addressed. If China ever plans to address that issue, this is the time probably to do it because time is against China's side.
All right, Jeff Moon, thank you so much.
Thank you.